So now I'm going to call upon all of you to speak. And as they say, action speaks louder than words. But before that, I want to tell you, in the early days, Srila Prabhupada, he was challenged by one of his disciples. He said, Prabhupada, you are asking us to come to Mayapur every year, but if we were to come every second year, we could actually save a lot of money and distribute more books. And to that, Srila Prabhupada said, yes, very good. Distribute more books and come to Mayapur every year. Like this, he was always telling us the importance of Sridham Mayapur in our spiritual lives. Before I tell you the details of participation, I want to share with you a small story in the life of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya Mahashaya one time was standing on a street and he saw a Chandala, a dog eater, a low birth. He was actually the king of Chandalas, and he was walking down the street coming towards Shankaracharya. He had in his left hand a kamandalu, a pot with dog meat in it. He was wearing dirty clothes. He was slightly drunk. His whole body was smelling. But in his right hand, he had Ganga Jal, Ganges water, and he was sprinkling Ganges water, purifying his way and walking down the road. Shankaracharya Mahashaya, he stopped him. He said, I am Shankaracharya, a very learned personality. I know all the Shastras, but your activity I cannot understand. You are low-born, you have dog meat, you are wearing dirty clothes, and you are slightly drunk, and yet you are purifying your path before you walk on it. What is the meaning of this? Shankaracharya, the Chandala king, he smiled and he said, I do not think you have read and understood all the Shastra, because I am purifying my path just in case an ungrateful person, a person with ingratitude, has walked in front of me on this path. Because Vyasadeva, he mentions that I have scrutinized all the Shastras and I have seen that there is atonement for every sin except for one. There is one sin for which there is absolutely no atonement, and that sin is ungratefulness. Kritagnata mahat papam nishkritir nasha vidyate. Kritagnata, ingratitude, has no atonement, and therefore I am walking and purifying this path in case an ungrateful person has walked before me. Tonight, with everything said by all the Vaishnavas, we should meditate on this one. Are we grateful to Srila Prabhupada? And if we are, this one project, all of us should take responsibility for. Let us share the burden, build this temple, and offer it to Srila Prabhupada. Even if it takes much sacrifice on our part, but we should honor the TOVP temple and give it to Srila Prabhupada as our Guru Dakshina to him. Before Srila Prabhupada departed, so many devotees were crying and coming to him that Srila Prabhupada, we love you so much. If you leave us, how will we live? To that Srila Prabhupada said, your love for me, your love for me will show as to how well you cooperate with each other. We know on many issues we are not very cooperative with each other, but at least for this one temple, for which Srila Prabhupada in advance, he folded his hands and thanked us. We should cooperate together to gift him this wonderful temple. We have, in order to construct this temple, we have this pledge card here tonight. It says 7 years to inaugurate and 7 ways to participate. There are 7 different levels or categories in which we can make a sankalpa, a pledge, and give this amount of Lakshmi to the project over 7 years. There are 7 different categories. When you divide that in 70 different pledges, it doesn't come to so much more. Trustee member, we have 3 different categories. Patron member, 3 categories. And donor member, there is 1 category for that. We are making these golden color bricks. These bricks with your name and your family name will be put in the dais, in the platform on which the deities, Panchatattva, Radha Madhava, and Nrsingadev will stand, and your brick will be underneath their lotus feet. These 3 bricks we are offering as our little token of gratitude for your seva to the project, and that is 3,500 pounds. 3,500 pounds, if you divide it up in 70 installments, which comes to a little bit less than 6 years, it only comes to 50 pounds a month. So even though these donations, the figures are very large, but when divided over 6 years, over 70 installments, it is doable by each and every one of us. This project that requires 35 million pounds more needs devotees to come forward and make pledges in such categories. It is only then we will be able to complete the project and invite the Queen of England to come to the inauguration. So kindly consider 3,500 pounds for the donor membership, and the most popular one that has been, in our experience, all throughout the world we have traveled. In America, we collected $16 million, and 1,000 devotees participated in gifting us the 7,000 pound, which is $11,000 in America, that gift. $100 a month, you will be able to gift such a substantial amount of money in 6.5 years, in 70 installments to Srila Prabhupada, to the project. And similarly, the Gadadhar coin at 16,000 pounds is only 200 pounds a month. So my request to you, let there be 100% participation tonight. Each devotee should feel blessed that by Krishna's grace, by the grace of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, we are here tonight so that we can be inspired to come forward and make a commitment, a pledge to also contribute to the construction of this temple. At the bottom we have the square foot scheme. 1 square foot is 100 pounds and then goes on 2, 3, 4, or 5. This scheme is to honor our children. Our children also want to participate, and therefore we have made the scheme for them. The children who are under the age of 18 can also pledge 1, 2, or 3 square feet. They can borrow the money from their parents, and when they grow up, they can return it back to them with interest. But at least they will also be able to contribute to the temple.